What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday.
What's good? What's good? For those of you guys on the replay, next Wednesday, a few days from now, we're doing a free live class. Be super fun, hour and a half, 2 hours or so. Be hanging out with Miles and I, answering your questions, which should give you some live demos, all that kind of stuff. And it'll be only for people who are there live. So it'll be pretty fun. So you can register for that down below. And for a lot of you guys who are on the newer side of Amazon right now, if you're struggling with ungating, I just threw together a list of 1,800 brands with ASINs that you can try to go and get auto ungated. Sounds ridiculous, but it literally is 1,800 brands that I threw together for you guys. So go check that out. It's down below. It's also free. So you can check those ASINs out, see if you can get auto ungated on some stuff. Miles, you were talking to a kid who got like 300 brands, just like boom, auto ungated, right? Like, yeah, that's sick.
Dude, like seriously, everyone go check that out. It's in the link in the description on the YouTube live. So if you're on Instagram right now, go check that out. You can legit, every single one of you for $0 can go get 100+ brands done. The kid I know who did 300 of them today was 31 pages of ungates that he got done, and he paid $0 for all of it. Go check this stuff out, right? You don't have to get invoices for every brand. There's actually hundreds of brands that you can get ungated in today for free. So please check out that spreadsheet that's at the link in the description. And, I have no verifiable data on this, but I am 100% sure the more ungates you get done, the more likely they are to let you, you just start selling stuff, which raises your chance of getting approved for other stuff, approved quicker, etc. It builds trust in your account. So everyone go ahead and do that. It's completely free. It's linked in the description. Get that done right there.
For sure. Who we got in the building? We got Brandon. We got Armand tonight. Good to see Armand. We were missing you yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was day before. Yeah, we were talking about you, Armand. You weren't there, man. What's up, Jay? Bobby, Stone. What up, Joe? Popped into a nice little Joe Instagram live today.
I was tapped in on that too. Would you recommend just do it? Yeah, just sit there and grind out. Especially, you're going to be able to tell, but just by the name of a brand, if you've done a little bit of if you've done any type of product research, like, you've seen different brands and such, right there. So yeah, I would say grind out a bunch of that stuff today, guys. It's just going to be amazing to see that momentum, and just be able to immediately sell a bunch of stuff. Basically,
sure.
It's going to be awesome, guys.
Oh, we got Mark in the build. Mark's got the popcorn emoji going. Love to see it.
Yeah, so the link, I'm gonna post it on my story tomorrow too, as like a little thing. Basically, I just need to get it set up a little bit better. But it's also in the description of the YouTube live stream that I'm doing right now. So if you guys go on Fortune Miles on YouTube, you can see in the description. It's gonna be right there.
See, sending units from vendor to Amazon, can you just send them the labels? If it's a wholesaler, then a lot of times, yeah, you just want to clear that with them beforehand, because sometimes they don't want to do the legwork. But literally today, we were doing that with one of our suppliers. 4 p.m. lives, get to slack off for the last hour of your job. That's what it's all about. It's Friday too, right? So is anyone working at 4 p.m. on Friday? Like,
let's see. What's up, fellas? What up, Matt? I started selling Amazon this month. I'm doing FBM. Right now, everyone I see at large scale doing FBA. Why is that? Yeah, so FBA is a lot more scalable because you don't have to individually fulfill every order. You don't have to do customer service. Once you send out a product, largely a good amount of the work is done. So there's a bunch of reasons why FBA is significantly better.
For sure. FBM will make you grow faster, though. That's why you see a lot of people doing FBM that take off, because it's you can get your money back twice as fast. You test everything twice as fast. It's just better. What up, Sanchez? Unfortunately, you're at work. Hate to see it. Hopefully, you can get out of there before long. What up, Michael? Having luck getting ungated after 8 business days. Damn. Yeah, they are taking a little bit longer. I know we're breaking our own rule today. We mentioned ungating first, Miles. Yeah, they are taking a little longer on the ungates, that kind of stuff these days. Go try the auto ungate list, but that's every year they crack down on stuff before Q4. Your storage limits is important to be on top of. All that kind of stuff always gets a little harder during Q4, but it'll be back to normal before too long.
Yeah, and do that stuff today, guys, either way. Legitimately, like, I have verifiable evidence. Every single one of you can go and get ungated in 100+ brands today. That's going to give you an insane leg up in your competition. Your competition doesn't even source stuff because they're afraid of getting ungated, etc. Right? There's the auto ungate list available. Absolutely will. So I haven't released it yet on Instagram just because I want to get it perfect to do tomorrow, but it's in the description of my YouTube live stream right now. So if you go to Flips for Miles on YouTube, you can see it right in there. And it's good to go basically right there. And then I can show you guys a little walkthrough here too on basically how it works. So that you can just go click the link too right there. So let's see. I'll hit a screen share right here. Oops. Oh no, never mind. All right. Well, this is not
you might want to keep it under wraps for now.
Yeah, this is also not my computer either. So
yeah, you're gonna leak something. Address, phone number.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's the problem when you're not. You're not.
Yeah, if you're not in your usual setup, you'll leak something.
Absolute facts right there.
Armand was prepping all night, slept all day. That's a good excuse. That you can skip the lives if you're prepping all night. How do you pack small eyeliner FBA? You probably want to polybag it. If you can put a whole label on it, then go for it. But you probably can't put a whole label on it, so just polybag it.
Yeah, and especially a consumable like that, it's nice getting it polybagged.
Got your credit card applied for the Chase. How long will it usually take to get back to you? 7 or 10 days. I guess it's been a while since I was grabbing new cards, but like within a week is probably pretty typical. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll either be instant or within like 7 to 10 days. Like I'd say I've probably had about half of them be instant and about half of them be 7 to 10 days.
Do you ever worry about prep centers copying your sources on the same items? I mean, if you work with a tiny prep center, like there was like one big drama back in the day with a prep center that was doing that, but that's the only thing I've ever heard of it. Most prep centers, the business is built on trust, and they're a prep center, right? They've gone all in on hiring employees. They've got the warehouse. They've got the branding. They're not going to throw that all away because one horror story is the prep center is over. Like the word's going to get spread on socials.
Yeah, and the nice part too is, I mean, you're going to be able to see if you see the same seller constantly hopping on your listings, which one is a good practice you should be doing for your own product research anyway, is looking at who you're competing with often right there. But yeah, I mean, you're going to start to see stuff too, so you're not worry about that. How much can you make doing Amazon arbitrage on a good month? So if you're asking that question, my friend, I can tell you probably haven't made any sort of significant money on your own yet, and everything, and that's largely because you're thinking about it the wrong way. You just got to get started, and you can make boatloads of money, but you could also make no money with it. And so it's completely dependent on how much you will work right there. Currently using Ungating List, already unlocked 10 plus. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, Brandon.
What is an ideal listing for beginner seller who does FBM, no sales so far? That's a good question. A lot of you guys need to start getting that FBM credibility. Jay, you're probably gonna have problems getting the buy box as a brand new seller FBM. So look for listings that have suppressed buy boxes. You'll probably have good success there, or just super fast selling ones.
Yeah, and especially too, another thing you can do as a beginner to get a leg up is there's actually a couple things, right? So everyone watching this right now, you need to go make sure you're not accidentally in vacation mode, which you can find in your settings on Seller Central, right? Also, if possible, you want to change your shipping settings to 0-day handling time, right? And if you're going to FBM products, you want to FBM on listings you can see other people FBMing on as well. Highly recommend, once you have like 10, 15 ASINs, get a repricer going. That's going to make a big difference too. I had a coaching student who had made no FBM sales for 10 days, turned BQ on and got 10 plus sales that day. Right there. So Warner and I both have links to affiliate links to BQs in our description. We both have tutorials on it. So that's going to give you a big one up. So the big thing is the handling time and getting the repricer set up, and then making sure you're not accidentally in vacation mode as well.
That's fire. That's a clip right there.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm going to be saying that a ton. I'm going to make like a whole, it'll be like flipsformilesfbm.com, and it's going to be like, do this. It's going to like, no one is left behind this year on this stuff. Like it's going to have like everything you need to do.
If you send a replay on a listing already in stock, will they wait till it's sold out till they restock with the new? No, so they're just going to add it on. So like you got 10 in stock currently, you ship it in, you're going to have 30 after that. And then some of those units that you shipped in could theoretically sell before the original ones.
Should you buy products now for cheap that were higher last Q4? No, unless they're profitable today. Because if you're buying stuff now and waiting for it to go up in price, someone else is just going to pay less for that same inventory during Black Friday. So I would recommend waiting for that. However, and I've been seeing a ton of people doing this, which everyone watching this should do, you can set up Google Sheets within SellerAmp. So when you come across products that went to the moon last Q4, you can just scroll down on SellerAmp and hit click. It immediately exports it out to that spreadsheet right there. So get those spreadsheets set up for like Halloween, back to school, Q4, out of stock, almost good, etc. But don't really worry about buying stuff and speculating currently.
For sure. Field maps you use on that Google Sheet export. It's pretty simple with the exporting we're talking about, where you just want to remember holiday products. Something that could be useful is like average prices over certain periods. So maybe today it was $5, and then the last year was 10. That shows you it got super expensive when it was in season. Something like that might help, but mostly just putting the ASINs the Amazon link.
Let's see. So I'm in downtown right now.
What's suppressed buy box? If there's no add to cart button, the buy box is suppressed. Just Amazon. Usually Amazon thinks the price is a little too high. That's what causes it a lot of the times. But you can still make sales as long as, especially if there's a history of there being sales with that going on.
Yeah, and the nice thing is you're going to look at the Keepa chart the exact same way you would whether or not a listing has a buy box, and you're going to see if that buy box going away has been an issue or not, in the same way you would treat a normal listing. And that if the sales rank skyrocketing and the price is going down and the competition is shooting up, then you're probably not going to be able to actually like make money on that stuff.
Calling in sick for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Yeah, I mean it's probably worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean take off, but be honest, obviously, be honest.
Yeah, it's probably worth taking a vacation day or two.
For the ungate list, I put in Stanley and Yeti. They're asking for an invoice. Yeah, so it's not foolproof, right? As it says on the guide, a good amount of these are going to get you auto ungated, but especially bigger brands are still going to ask for an invoice. That's not to say, though, that getting some auto ungates done doesn't help the overall strength of your account, which it completely does, but it's not going to work for all of them.
Somebody said you're still applying. Yeah, it's not going to work for every brand. Like big brands, you're still going to need some, and like my account is going to get auto ungated in some brands that your account's not, and vice versa. So it's like just try the stuff that's on there.
Are we still applying, or will the apply button not even be there? Brett, Judah, go through the process.
Go do it. Go do it. Yeah.
Let's get these done. But I think it's you still hit the apply button technically, or like request approval basically.
Yeah, and then it'll just say you're approved.
Yeah, and then I'll say you're approved for a good.
Yep. How can you do Amazon not having to touch the product at all? Yeah, that's the way I wanted to do things, right? So you're just gonna need a prep center. And then you'll also, if you don't want to touch anything, you'll need some kind of solution for the returns that come back. Some prep centers do it. You can also like hire a friend or something like that, just like list it on eBay, that kind of thing. That's the harder piece of the puzzle to solve, rather than the prep center will do 95% of the work, but otherwise you're gonna have to touch like the returns and stuff.
Is there any difference in seller permit ID or research certificate? No. If what you're talking about is like how to get tax exempt on products, every state just has like a different way of signing up for it. There's typically really good CPA YouTubers that make videos about stuff like that, so I'd recommend going there to get going with that. There's Stanley ASINs out there that do auto ungate. Yeah, Warner and I were discussing whether or not that's a thing. Like, I don't know if it is, but yeah, I mean, either way, like if you find something profitable, you're gonna buy 10 of it anyway, so you can just use that. But I do want as many of you guys as possible to get a couple dozen. Over 100.
More realistically, it's probably one of those listings that has like $ Stanley, or like the brand that's not actually the brand, and so they unlocked like a few ASINs, but not the actual brand.
So you think that lead will be cheaper later on, sweatpants and sweatshirts? I would bet my entire life on it. Yeah, yeah, like absolutely.
Yeah, it's not Black Friday, so the answer is probably yes.
Yeah, it can. And what's nice too, guys, right? That eases up your cash flow cycle. And just in general, if you're sourcing inventory that's profitable today, you're also going to be able to learn a lot quicker too. That's going to benefit you a lot more over the long term as well.
Paying $320 a month for CPA, that's pretty high. I don't even pay that. Yeah, that's pretty high. For your first year getting your taxes prepped, probably looking at like $500-$600 for a CPA to do it. That's not going to come with like bookkeeping. That you might be including bookkeeping into that realistically, which is still kind of expensive, but you don't really need a bookkeeper if you're just starting out.
If anything, it's even good to just be learning those terms and stuff yourself.
Learn the books yourself, and yeah.
Recommended quantities on reordering fluctuate. Yeah, it's an estimate, man. I mean, it's largely based on like other stuff.
Yeah.
And everything.
It's the same. It's the same with any tool that estimates sales, any tool that all that kind of stuff. They're all estimates, right? So We're all just taking our best guess at it, figuring out our own way to calculate it.
Kohl's a good one for ungating big brands. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Kohl's is a really easy one. And what's nice, guys, is they have super cheap products on there too. So you can just search like Adidas, filter it to lowest price, find the headbands or whatever that's also listed on Amazon, then you'll be good to go to ungate that. Yeah, I know. Pickle Rick's lacking. Pickle Rick.
I can't believe that's a recurring character on the stream, but I love it. Would you be able to share keywords used for Google search to find sales going on? I mean, it's just website name, coupon, website name, sale, like that kind of stuff, right? And then you're just opening up the websites you bought from the past, open the Capital One extension, see if there's anything going on up there. Like, oh, there he is. We summoned him.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy, man. Yeah.
Pickle Rick, if you didn't see the last like 60 seconds of stream, go back.
I just got in here. Sorry. Going down the list, 4 brands ungated so far. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You can do over 100 plus today. Everyone watch this that needs ungates needs to do that too. We're destroying all excuses.
Cole, split your invoice into 3. Yeah, send all 3 of them. You might have a slightly lower acceptance rate on that, but the terminology says invoices combined of up to 10 units. So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, and what's nice too is that means you have the product in hand, so you can take pictures of the product too. You can send a delivery email, shipping emails, credit card statement, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Ordered 40 units from Belk. Order was canceled. It's going to depend on the site. So, like, try to figure out how they tied it to you, right? So, use a virtual card number, use PayPal, switch up your address, that kind of stuff, and one of those will probably work.
Yeah, and that's also, if you're asking that question, I assume that's a big first order on a website too, which that's a very, very big first order to do. I would give them a call, man. They probably just thought it was fraud, honestly. Ask them if they can put through an order of 10 units, and especially on that side, I think it's wrong.
Yeah. New seller, should you wait to send till it's 50 pounds? You can get sales going. Like, it's not going to be significantly more expensive. I wouldn't send like a 5-pound box, but if you're doing 20, 30 pounds, then just go for it. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, because the speed and the learning is what you should be worried about now.
That's so much more valuable than the $20 you'll save on shipping or whatever it is. It would be a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, last day sending in. Yeah, because like a 50-pound box versus a 20-pound box, the difference is like $3. When's the last day we should be sending FBA? December 1st, my friends, and then we're deep in the FBM trenches. Right there, I sent it. Well, but you're sending inventory, man. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like better to be sending product than that. Right there.
Yeah. If you had less ungate approvals than normal, they tightened down on it during Q4. You just got to resubmit a couple more times. It happens every year.
Currently lowballing Facebook mom for these are my people.
The American pastime, lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, more people just to build self-esteem. I might tweet that.
Just get some yeses. Like,
yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Doing 14K in 40 days OA only. 70% of listings are tanking. How do you deal with this? This means, Mo, while luckily you are finding profitable inventory, the inventory you are finding is way too easy to find, right? It's probably products from like Nike.com and stuff like that. You need to storefront stock off those listings, find inventory that's coming from other websites that probably require some sort of coupon to make it profitable, and then find those coupons, which is actually a lot easier than you think if you just get creative, basically. But I would almost guarantee that's the scenario you're running into, Mo, basically, is that the inventory you're finding is way too easy to find. Or you're FBAing it and you could FBM it and be profitable. It's just the long tail of it being too easy to find is causing that to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural. You're 40 days in, right? So you haven't even seen a full product cycle, basically. So go back and look at those products. Go and look at the keep of the day you bought it and see if there's a lesson that you could have learned. Like, oh, this is why I don't buy increasing sales price or seller counts, all that kind of stuff, right?
Does SellerAmp factor in shipping costs while calculating profit margins? So no, however, yes, if you tell it to. So everyone watching this should go on SellerAmp.com, go to your top right, hit settings in the drop-down menu, and then go on your inbound shipping cost and put in 40 cents per pound or even 45 cents per pound. That's going to factor in like your box, your shipping costs. And then the nice thing is over time, you're going to get that per pound cost way lower once you you like really nicely dial in box sizes you like, quantities of products you like, etc. Right there. And so everyone should go do that so you can get your exact net numbers basically.
Yeah, for sure. We're also seeing a bunch of questions that we'll also cover in pretty good detail on the masterclass on Wednesday. So you guys aren't already registered for that, make sure you check out the link in the description. Covering like how to source products, some Q4 prep, we're answering your questions live. It'll be super fun. So a lot of these questions you guys are asking, we'll address in full detail, do a live demo. So go ahead and register for that for free. We'll see you there.
Yeah, so if you're watching this on Instagram, that's at the link in my bio. And then if you're on YouTube, it's at the link in the description right there. Go.thefbaroadmap.com/register. The auto on gate list is cracked. Thank you. Yes, sir. Due to my pleasure right there. Everyone go do that stuff, right? We got lots on gating questions. I don't want you guys to have to deal with that stuff. We're destroying your excuses. Go use the auto on gate list. Get ungated in 100+ brands today, and then get out there and find products in those brands, and it'll make your other ungates easier that you are going to have to submit invoices for. Okay.
Do you still use tactical arbitrage regularly? I use it a little bit. I use it a lot less than I used to though. Manual sourcing, SellerAmp sourcing is kind of the way now. And even if we didn't own SellerAmp, I would still tell you that.
Cool. Thank you. Got you. I have a shoe that has 185% ROI, 2 FBA sellers at a buy box, 8 FBM sellers. Should I FBM it, or would it be more effective to FBA? ROI would be 125% FBA. Well, Joseph, you have an incredibly good situation because you can lowball like crazy, and you can lowball like crazy and get sales, or you could send it in FBA and make a huge ROI. It's completely up to you. If I were you, I would undercut a little bit and toss it up for 48 hours. See if we get the buy box. If not, FBA it at the moon.
Judah said he hasn't made a sale yet either. Ripping on gates. Let's go.
Yeah, I actually would be incredibly surprised if you had made sales without any ungate.
Saw somebody asking a question. The auto ungate gene, I threw together that list for you guys. It's just in the description below. It's a bunch of ASINs you can punch in, see if you can get auto ungated. They're not all going to be 100%. But if your account is ready for those brands, it'll be a really good eye opener, right? So you'll be able to see all the potential that you didn't really know you had before.
Is it a red flag if there are no new sellers on a listing? What do you mean by new sellers? Do you mean like the seller count hasn't changed, or like it's been 0 for a year? If so, yeah, and I almost guarantee that brand you just can't sell on Amazon.
Yeah. Check out the other sellers on that listing though, or other brands or other listings of that brand. Wow. Flipping them all over. See if there's other listings where there's a bunch of arbitrage going on.
Have $3K to start, have an open LLC with an EIN. Where should I start my process? Look up on YouTube, Fields of Profit, 0 to 10K. Watch that video. Go in the description of this video and go and register for our free live training on Wednesday. Right there as well. No new sellers in the buy box statistics. It probably just hasn't had a buy box if that's the case. No. So we own it with Al. So yeah, basically, yeah. Just join. So I got no notification. But my guy, you gotta click that notification. Yeah. Secret ungate list floating around. No longer secret. In fact, low key, we did create it a couple hours ago. But luckily, you can do it now, right there.
What's an acceptable shipment problem rate? I think it tells you on the seller account.
It's like below.
It's pretty low, but it's usually pretty hard with FBA. You can run into some issues with FBM, but
mine's been above 1% for like a year.
Yeah.
Exclusively Amazon. Yeah, we're only selling stuff on Amazon for now. And that's not to say other platforms don't work. Like there's people killing it with eBay and like Shopify and stuff. Amazon just happens to be our jam.
I think Walmart is pretty underrated right now as well. It's just shiny object syndrome, right? Like Amazon is still the better opportunity. So get good at Amazon first, and then it's like, oh, I'm already doing this merchant fulfillment. Let me list it on Walmart too, and just add some extra money.
So it's interesting. Bro asked like a nice wholesome question about just comes out of nowhere with the right hook.
Let's see. Does Adidas do IP complaints? No, they do not.
Not that we know of. Yeah, I mean, we both have sold and sell actively a lot of it. Okay. Miami, bro. Yeah, I'm actually in Tampa right now, but yeah. Yes, sir. Got to pump these leads in, baby. I don't know kind of what's been good with all these retailers running sales, but I feel like I don't remember September being as easy last year as it has been this year, but I'm definitely not complaining.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably just gearing up for Q4 again. There was also more supply issues last year, just overall.
Ooh,
So there
yeah,
was less reason to run sales.
facts. Fields of Profit. Do you have a Discord account? So if you're getting a Discord DM from either of us and you didn't request it or like to
Probably not
ask us,
us.
it's definitely a scam. However, we do have a free Discord which you should definitely join. That's in the description right there.
Yep. Yeah. If quote unquote me or Miles DM you and we're pitching you something and they're asking you in crypto, it's probably not us. Let's put on the thinking cap there. But yeah, it's not us, Alex.
Great question here. How can we make sure the website we're sourcing from is legit when we do OA? Couple things. So make sure that the Trust Pilot looks good right there. Also, see if any cashback websites carry it, right? If it's on like Rakuten or Capital One Shopping, it's probably legit right there, as well as always check out through PayPal.
Yeah. Is RA easy? I wouldn't say anything on Amazon is easy. Some things are, not insanely hard, but RA is still super viable. Like I hadn't done it in a while. Miles would tell you the same. We just went out to make some videos, full transparency, and you just find a ton of good stuff. So like, yeah, go hit the store. You'll find some good products for sure. Just whip out the old SellerAmp app. Make sure you're ungated in whatever you're sourcing. It's gonna be a little harder for that since you're buying in store, but yeah, go rip some stuff in stores. We should say there's a bad month or season. Not necessarily. Like you just kind of pivot strategy. So like these last 6 months of the year are definitely the best time of year to be an OA seller. But there's still plenty of money to be made in the front half of the year, right?
Is it easy to print shipping label after confirm shipping? Yes. And either way, who cares? What if it was hard? You'd still have to do it right there. But yeah, it's easier. Yeah, RA is actually way easier, I would say. Because like there's no coupons and shit, right? Just like will you do the work? Like will you scan the product? There's less coupons.
Everyone's poor now, can't afford full price. That is unfortunately part of it.
Unfortunately, yeah. But that's what happened. 1971. Look up the year. Might have been 1972. The gold standard. Study your economics, kids. And right after you listen to the How to Get Rich podcast with Naval. That one's actually. I'm not actually kidding on that one. You should actually go listen to the How to Get Rich podcast with Naval. Pirate chip is good, yes, sir. How can I ship products from China manufacturing straight to the Amazon warehouse? So you're asking a question about private label. We actually don't do that. However, you would just set it up with like a freight forwarder.
Yeah.
But unless you have like 10 to 20 grand liquid cash that you do not need to live off of, I definitely wouldn't get into private label. And even then, I still wouldn't get into private label. Is OA the hardest? Guys, don't worry about if something's hard. Like the easiest route is go work a job for 50 years. That'll be easy, but it'll probably you probably won't
is it the easiest though? Like
in my opinion, it's significantly harder. But
yeah, hard means it's profitable usually as well. So
everything's hard. Yeah. Like there's a lot of things that are very, very hard. And if you're worried about something being hard, business isn't for you.
Yeah. Go get the desk job. There's nothing wrong with the desk job either if that's more your speed. You just got to be a little up for a challenge.
When you ship FBM, do you bubble wrap everything or use bubble envelopes or just throw it in the bag? Depends on the type of product and how kind of damageable it is. One more time, where's that auto ungate list? Boom, type in on YouTube, Flows for Miles. Then go to the live tab on my channel, right? My latest video, and then go to the description right there. And then if you're on YouTube, it's obviously right in the description right there. How do you know when to go deep on a product when you've already sold a bunch of it and it's sold quicker than you expected?
Just try to get your boxes close to 50 pounds. You can. We try to get ours to 48 just so the scale doesn't say that we're over and we get a fine. 48, 49 is good.
Yeah, and if you're a beginner, don't even just send in whatever you got, right? And then over time, the nice thing is as you build momentum, you're going to have more and more product you can optimize.
For sure. What are the best softwares for sourcing OA? Well, one of them's, I guess on my shirt. SellerAmp, $20 a month. Keepa's another $20 a month. That's pretty much all you need to source, right? You might want some other back-end tools at some point, but that's pretty much all you need to get started. And then if you want to see those tools in action, learn how to find some profitable products, get prepped for Q4, all that kind of stuff. Next Wednesday, link down below, we're going to be doing a free live class for you guys. So you can come to that. If you're asking that type of question, you'll probably get a ton of value out of that. And those of you guys who are already making some sales, you get a bunch of value as well.
Yes, sir. Cool. Best credit card cashback, far and away the Capital One, the Chase Business Premier. If you have really, really good credit, and then the Capital One Spark 2% cashback, not the other ones, the 2% cashback.
I saw a smart Amazon seller. I forget who it was. They had like a 2.6 at like Bank of America or something.
Yeah, there's a couple things. I'm pretty sure you have to invest the money or something, right? Which I'm
Okay.
down for. Yeah. And then PayPal technically is the
You have to have money for that rate.
Yeah,
I was seeing that,
and I think you have to have like 75 grand in the checking account or something.
Yeah, you gotta have money.
It's kind of, should I buy BQL right now? It's kind of harsh having to buy all these programs, keep a SellerAmp before. So don't use BQL if you don't have any product. And then SellerAmp and Keep are $20 a month. I guarantee you spent more than that on a pizza probably in the past month. Your dreams are worth way more than $20 a month is worth right there. So you can check the link in the description, SFK. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern right there. And we're going to head out for the weekend right there. Thanks everyone for tapping in with this stuff. Make sure you get registered for the free training. Make sure you do the auto ungate list right there. That's incredibly, incredibly important. The auto ungate list. Literally there's 105 of you guys watching here. I'd say about 20 of you probably have had issues with ungating at some point. All of you can go ungate 100 plus plans today. Okay. And I want.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys at the class next Wednesday. You guys have a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.